Hey guys, it's Jay Cyan, and today I'm going to be showing you how to grow your Twitch followers on 2021. Now, there are a variety of tips that plenty of YouTubers/streamers can give you, but these are going to be my tips based on my experience, so here it goes. Tip number one I have is to try to get your channel recognized by the game that you stream, and I'm going to show you here in just a moment. So I'm going to be going over some games that you guys could stream that could help grow your followers on Twitch. And I'm pretty sure many of you know that you can grow a following based on what games you stream, and as well as some other tips that I'll show you in a bit here. But first, let's take a look at some games that you want to stream. So let's go ahead and look up a game like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That's a game that a lot of my friends are streaming at the moment and still are, and it still has a good amount of people watching as well as a lot of followers. If you can find a game or a category or genre that has about hundreds and thousands to millions of followers but has viewership like around this, maybe like, you know, a couple hundreds viewership, maybe a couple thousand or something, then you have a good or high chance to get recognized here. Because for example, I usually like to view my categories or streamers with high to low, like you know, basically from high to low. So let's go ahead and, you know, have that. And if you go over here, you get to see who has the most viewership streaming Smash Bros. Ultimate. And like as you scroll down, you're going to see people that are around in their, you know, the 20s and 30s viewership. Right now, one of my friends named Tandon_Unlimited is on the 4th. Yeah, he's on the 4th row right here. If you just scroll down, you get to see his channel right here, right here. If you just scroll 1, 2, already down here. So if you have viewership based around maybe like around 20 or 30 viewers, your channel is going to be ranked decently high here. This is a great game to grow with if you're averaging maybe 20 or 30 viewers. And if you keep scrolling down and if you're averaging 10 to 15, it's going to be a little tough, but it's still good to grow in the game here, because plenty of people are still looking all around these Twitch streamers to play games with, to follow. So Smash Bros is an excellent way to grow with here. If you are averaging maybe somewhere around like 10, 12 to 30 or 40 or so, you know, and above. But yeah, definitely start streaming this game if you're looking to grow, because community games like these will help you a ton. Let's look up another game. Now let's look up a story game. Story games are a bit tough though, because community games bring a lot more engagement. So even if you're streaming to like 10 or 15 or above people, you're gonna get a ton of people still streaming this game. Now let's look up a story game. Let's look up a game like let's say Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is a game that I'm currently playing right now. I streamed that game as well as Persona 4 Golden and Stardew Valley on my Twitch channel. If you look here, Hollow Knight has about 2.7k viewers watching right now, as well as 496,000 followers people are following. Now, you see a majority of them are from this dude, and then you see 206 of them are from this streamer, like this girl here, and from this dude, they have 122. And look, as you scroll down, already the second row has the, you know, has the 20 to 30 average here. 24, 20, 20, 16. See, this is an excellent game to stream, because look, scroll down, you're already at like the 15 viewer average. 15, 20, 14, 30. See, so this game right here, if you look out for streams like these that are somewhere like if you compare this to the amount of viewers that you have, this is a great way to grow. This is basically one of the old strategies that people use. It still works, but it's not the most effective. So don't rely on this, because we're gonna get on to other tips that I'm gonna cover here in just a moment. Tip number 2 is to have an appealing channel. What I mean by appealing is this. So tip number 2 is to have a icon, of course. You need to have an icon. You need to have appealing panels here. Be sure that your panels are big enough for people to read, as well as a simple font to read. Like this font, for example. I forgot the name of this font. You could probably find it somewhere. It's one of the most popular fonts that you could find. But this is the font that I use. And you don't have to use the exact same one, of course. Just be sure that it's big enough, easy to read, or you can make it big enough and easy to read. And I put my little chibi emotes next to them because I thought it fits the mood, and you know, it and you know, I just thought that it would bring a nice little cute look to my community here. This is my merch. I will be revamping my merch pretty soon. You do not have to have this. You do not need to have this either. And I have my fan art posted here too, to appreciate the people that make fan art for me. And you know, I think that's another way to, you know, present your community, to let them know that you appreciate them, appreciate your work, so you can have something like this. But most importantly, focus on the panels. Do not worry about any of these stuff. All this stuff will come later if you like. Worry about the panels right here to make it look appealing enough for people to follow you. And be sure your text isn't too cluttered here. Like mine, for example, mine right now is pretty small and simple to read. Hopefully it is, and if it's not, go ahead and comment below if there's any criticisms you want to make. But I do make my text pretty short, straight to the point, and all my social links are here as well as right here, and a short straight to the point bio. And be sure to use the same looking art style / chibi style like I use. These are all chibis, so be sure you pick one similar or one same art style that you commission from an artist or ones you make. Don't change your profile picture a bunch of times, because the more you do that, the more it's going to confuse people to know, hey, is that him? Or, you know, like, hey, is that her? So please be sure to keep it at one minimum. And once you become popular on Twitch or on YouTube or something, then you can go ahead and change your profile picture. Just don't do it constantly. Be sure to stick to one, and to stick with one name as well. And the banner, be sure the banner represents you. This banner represents me. I know you can't really see it. I really don't know how to get rid of this here, but I do have a banner, and it's basically me sitting on my bed playing video games on my Switch with a Link plushie right next to me, if you can see that, and some other plushies that are hanging on the shelf here, and etc. So be sure it represents you and what you like. Mine represents me loving games / Nintendo. And yeah. Tip number 3 is to please be sure to respond to your chat. And I know many of you do that, but there are still some of you that are still silent, and I just don't get that at all. Like, I do understand if your chat is silent and you feel like you don't want to say anything because you don't want to talk to yourself, but the whole point of content creation / Twitch streaming is that people will only watch you or say something if you say something. If you're just going to be dead silent throughout the whole stream, don't expect anyone to say anything, because even I would leave a stream if no one talks. It's boring. I'm sorry. Like, you know, it really is. I'm being honest. So if you need motivation on, you know, to speak on Twitch, get this. The more you speak, the more likely you're going to get at least someone to say something, and the more likely you're going to have someone stay on your stream. I mean, hell, even I myself, I'm at 3.2k followers, or almost at 3.2k followers, and I don't even, you know, I can't even contain everybody, but that's okay, because not everyone is for me, and same goes with all of you. So remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. Respond to your chat / commentate / commentate, respond to your chat, and ask them a question to keep the responses going. The more questions you ask, the more responses you'll get. If you see people lurk in your chat, lurk means people are just staying in your chat with low audio playing or high audio playing, and they're not saying anything. They're just lurking in your stream, counting themselves as a viewer to rank up your stream higher. So if they lurk, don't call out your lurkers, just let them be, but only commentate on the people that are chatting. So people who are chatting, respond to them, ask them a question. People that are quiet, leave them alone. They're just supporting you, lurking for your stream. Tip number 4, don't have anything distracting on your screen or stream. And the reason why I say this is because anything with animated GIFs, it becomes a distraction to my face or to my eyes. Like, one time I thought it was really cool to have an animated overlay, like, wow, you know, it looks so colorful, looks so bright. Like, you know, I get that. It's really cool. It's really awesome. I used to love it that way too. But it's going to get tiring to some people, especially when it's repetitive. It's the same thing, of course, and some people will not like it. And that's okay. It's not for everybody. But I really suggest you to not have anything animated on your screen, especially since it could take up some CPU. I believe that is, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not smart on streaming or what it uses on your PC. I know it uses Wi-Fi or sorry, your internet, of course, but I'm not I'm not the type of person you should come for PC parts and their usage. But having a screen like this, for example, or like an overlay like this. So having overlays like this, just a sub goal and the recent follower, recent sub, recent donation, recent bits, or all that stuff, etc. Just these two are already enough. And when we transition to us playing a game like this, for example, which, by the way, transitions are a good way to grow too, if you like, or to appeal to the audience. They're not the best way. It's just something you can add in way later. I just recently added a transition just because it's nice. But, just a side note, you can add transitions if you like. Just don't add too many, though. I think 1 or 2 are just fine. And there we go, adding recent alerts like followers and subs, just like I said, and the sub goal and the face cam is already enough. I think any more than 3 or 4 overlays is probably a little over the top for me. This is just my opinion and just my experience. A lot of people really don't care for overlays. In my opinion, I don't think they really do care that much. Some will say something like, wow, that's really cool in the very beginning, but then later on when you just have it, it's really not that necessary. And for me, it just seems like a waste of space, a waste of PC usage on your PC. So definitely like, don't worry about those and worry about face cam quality like what I have right now. Right now I'm using a DSLR Sony a5100 camera as a webcam or face cam, and I have a Samsung G-Track Pro microphone as well as with the boom arm that moves this microphone. So worry about stuff like these. I know these are a lot to invest in, but there are plenty of other equipment that you can get, and I'll be happy to link them to you in the comments or any description below. Remind me if I forget to link you some equipment that I recommend, but we'll go over that in another video. Also, adding a border to your face cam is a nice little thing too. One of my friends suggested I should add a little shadow effect on it, and it looks really nice. You might not see the shadow effect that much. Probably on my end I don't see it because I have too much lighting on me that it's kind of blocking my vision because I don't see the shadow that much. I see it a little bit, but there's a little bit of a shadow effect around my border, which gives it a nice little, it gives it a nice aesthetic. So yeah, that's something that you don't have to do, but adding a border will make it look like it's part of the stream. Borderless face cams look unprofessional in my opinion, so consider making a border on your own. They're super easy to do. Go ahead and YouTube it. Do not commission for a border in my opinion. You can if you like, but I would suggest you to YouTube it. Use any sort of free editing software like GIMP. You can make one there, easy. You can also make one with Photoshop if you like. I know that's paid for, but yeah. But anyways, yeah, all you need is a face cam, recent alerts, and sub goal if you like. Sub goals are good whenever you want to give something back to the community, and they're just there to let people know that, hey, if we get to this goal and stuff, we'll do something like this or something. I'll sing you a song, I'll do a little mini game for you all or something. Be sure to ban or remove any sort of negative people in your chat. If you see trollers or anybody being negative in your chat or causing a scene, please warn them. As for trollers, instantly ban them. They are not worth your time. If you see someone trying to insult you, don't even pay attention to them. If they're just going to continue with that behavior after you warn them, ban them. They're not worth your time either. And if any of your viewers that and they know you and you're friends with, and they start any negativity in your chat, warn them, time them out, do anything to prevent anything from happening, because this is your stream. You are the captain. You do not want any of these things in your stream, and you want your stream to be a happy and safe space for everyone to follow and to stay and watch. Tip number 5 is to have a face cam. I know a lot of people say that you can succeed without a face cam. which is true. You can, and if you don't have a face cam, then you could use a VTuber model. I don't know how VTubers work. You probably need a face cam for a VTuber. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you can do your research on that if you like. I won't be doing it since I'm not really looking to become a VTuber, but if you don't want to show your face, definitely become a VTuber then and stream with the VTuber model. VTubers are trending right now, and they're growing a lot on Twitch. So if you're looking to grow your followers or your community, definitely consider a VTuber model. Just to let you know, they're very expensive to get, so keep that in mind. As for face cams though, I do recommend a face cam because people want to see a stream with the face cam. They want to react and interact with the person. They want to see your reactions and all that. So if I'm going to be honest with you guys, I look for streams that have face cams. I probably mentioned this in my videos, I'm not sure, or in my streams, but I look for streams that have face cams. If you do not have a face cam, I will most likely not click on your stream unless you're a really chill dude, a really nice person I could just vibe with, a person that have common, you know, like have some common with, then I may give you a follow. I most likely will follow a VTuber over a person that does not have a face cam though. I'll be honest with you. Face cams are really important for streaming. And I know some of you are scared to show your face, and that's perfectly fine. You don't have to. Would definitely consider buying a face cam or a webcam if you like. There's some, they're like $30, $40, $50. I know webcams are really expensive, but definitely consider getting a webcam. I recommend like the Logitech C920 for beginners. And if you want to upgrade your webcam, definitely consider a DSLR camera or get it now. But if you're starting out, please get cheap equipment. Do not invest in a lot of money because you'll never know if you'll be invested into this. I've been streaming for 2.5 years. I just decided recently to invest a ton of money on this camera, on this microphone, on these 2 Elgato key lights, the table, 2 monitors, and everything else. It's a bunch of money. I'm literally talking about thousands of dollars. So definitely think about this, because if I just recently invested, it may take you a while to even think about, man, should I even invest this much money for this stream? Take all the time you need. Took me 2.5 years to decide all that. So yeah, definitely think on him. Tip number 6 is to have good lighting. I will not click on a stream or follow them if I do not see their face completely. If I could still see their face and catch their expressions somewhat, then I'll still follow them. It doesn't matter if you have you know, bad lighting or something. If I can see your face a little, that's perfectly fine. But that's just me though. You never know about anyone else and their preference. If I see good lighting, I will most likely follow, because I want to see your face perfectly, along with, you know, your other reactions that I want to see, and, you know, I want to get to know you and all that stuff. So there's a lot, really. Like, people want to get to know you, they want to see you clearly, and they want to talk to you. Those are like the 3 top things that I believe would make sense when it comes to watching or following a streamer with a face cam that they want to see, interact, and react with. Tip number 6 or 7. Oh my god, I am so bad at keeping track. Again, there's a tracker number if you need it below, or the tip names. But I recommend having a good microphone. I can link you to some microphones right now. They are a ton of cheap USB mics that you can buy within the range of $20 to $60 or $100 or so dollars. Right now, mine is $120 or $130 that I bought from Best Buy. If you're looking for a cheap microphone, USB microphone, get one for like $30 or $40. You do not need any other microphones that are like non-USB, like those that are like high tech or something, you know. Like, you just need a regular microphone that's USB. That's it. You do not need anything else. As long as people can hear you clearly, you're perfectly fine. Microphones are the most important thing when it comes to making content. No one will stay or listen or watch you if you have a terrible mic. Like, I'm talking about people that have, like, you know, like Xbox headset microphones or something. Like, so definitely consider on getting a USB mic. They're like $30 or $40. Get it separately, and you should be all good, really. I already explained the webcam and what you can get. Right now, get a good microphone. You do not need to spend $130 at all. I did it because this microphone has a lot of options that I can mess with, and plus it's, you know, it's just a really great microphone, you know. I mean, sure, yeah, you know, it may be better than the ones that are like 30 or $40, but those $30 or $40 microphones that are USB, they are already good enough. They're like close to this level of microphone. It's just they have less options to work with. But since you're just starting out, definitely check them out. You can get this microphone too if you like. I'll leave it in the description if you need it. Comment below if I missed it and I'll be sure to get back to you. But yeah, those are all the tips that I have for you all. Let me know if I missed anything, or if you guys have any questions. I will be more than happy to respond to you guys in the comments or on my socials. I am pretty responsive because I love talking to you guys and love responding to you guys. Or you guys can ask me on my Twitch at twitch.tv/jcyan. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I hope this helped. Peace.